Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. Your host, Fred Arnold, on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. I'm joined by Patty Handy. Thanks for being kind of a co-host on this hour with me.
Thank you.
Actually, this segment with me. Patty Handy, author, Money Rules 101. And you recently met Matthew Hortt. He's with the city of Santa Clarita. Are you the head librarian? Is that what it was said?
It's called the City Library.
City Library? Okay. Well, welcome.
I'll answer just about anything.
There you Well, welcome to Santa Clarita Valley.
Thank you.
We have a great library system that I think can only get better and better and better. We have a wonderful library at the end of Main Street here in Lyons Avenue. So, tell us how you made it to the Santa Clarita Valley, a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So I'm originally from the Las Vegas Valley. I had the good fortune of actually becoming the library director in Simi Valley a while ago. And then I was approached with the possibility of coming out here to be the city librarian in Santa Clarita. And when I came out and walked around, kind of took a tour, met some people in the city, I jumped at the opportunity. Yeah. So it's a wonderful place to be, and I'm really excited. Fred, just as you said, we have a great library system, and we're just looking forward to building upon it.
Yeah, it is. It is more than just a library, too. It's a great place to study, great place to explore, great place to bring your family. I know you've been in it quite a few times.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's how I met Matt. Yep.
So what do you have planned for this year?
So this year we're actually getting ready to kick off our summer reading program. It's going to start on June 12th and run through July 29th. And I think the really exciting thing about it is we're really trying to encourage, of course, reading. But a big part of it is just the way the program's rolling out. It's really exciting for me. Most of the summer reading programs I've been involved in, it's been you read a book, you come in, you sign something on paper. But this is really digitally driven. And as silly as it sounds, it's driven to the point where it's more of interactive and more of game playing, where you earn badges, digital badges, and also physical prizes as well.
I like it. Whatever it takes to get the kids, because they're so attached to their phone, they're used to that stimulation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's talk about themes.
So this theme this year is Build a Better World. And it really incorporates both the kind of building. So, of course, for the kids, we have Lego play and things like that. But also it works on building a better person as well. So really for the teens and adults, we focus on different programs and different skill sets that you can learn and kind of build upon yourself. We've got dance classes, we've got taekwondo,
Nice.
We've got some gardening. We're working to really help make a better person as well and a better community overall.
So you approach it from a holistic position.
Yeah, of course. I mean, because it's always been kind of looked at as a children's program, so of course we got to have the Legos and everything like that.
Sure.
But really to bring everyone in and to kind of make your life better as a whole. So build a better world, build a better Santa Clarita. That's really what we want to do.
That's awesome. Tell us what the 5-book challenge is.
So the 5-book challenge, it really came from the idea of the summer slide. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that, but most kids when school ends, and schools, I know there's been graduations this week, but when school ends, if kids aren't really active in reading, they can actually get about a 2-month learning slide. So they can just slide back about 2 months. And research has found that if you can get a kid, and even adults as well, to read between 4 and 6 books, that will help stop that deficiency. So when they come back to the school year, they're ready. They didn't lose any knowledge or anything like that.
Yeah, we're going to talk
That's
about
great.
young adults here in a minute, but I want to talk about Patty's book, Money Rules 101. Let's talk about financial literacy.
All right. Well, financial literacy is, I think, a really big part of what we can do in this program. We've been working with Patty, and I'm happy to say we actually have her book, and it should be in all of the libraries. I'm going to verify that today. I know we have it at
Yay.
Valencia.
Check one out, just to
Yay,
check one out.
check it out, please.
Well, you might have a hard time finding it because last time I looked it up, the copies we did have were checked out, and there's a whole list. So we might be looking at getting some more copies as well.
I like it.
I think we could donate a few more copies from American Family Funding.
That sounds good.
I would
like
love
it.
that. Yeah. Financial literacy,
Yep.
really, really important. And I know, Patty, that was important to you. What are you seeing out there? These kids are graduating from school, and they just don't have the knowledge that we really need to equip them with.
Yeah, unfortunately, they aren't coming out of high school or college with that knowledge, and it's starting them off with a really difficult kind of situation. They're coming out with school debt, credit card debt sometimes, and they're behind the 8 ball with that. So the more we can educate, empower, and share this, it's all about just creating a life where they have choices and they have peace.
Yeah. I love the word. Give them power. Give them
Empower
power over their own decisions. Let's talk about what do you have for adults?
Yeah.
So for adults, of course, we want to encourage reading, but it's not just books. I mean, anything you read. Sometimes I like to read graphic novels, listen to audiobooks. That's a big thing. I've got a kind of long commute still, so it's good to do that. But we've got adult programming. So we have the dancing classes. I mentioned gardening as well as taekwondo. There's also some different classes. Toastmasters is going to be there, and we're going to have a blood
That's right.
drive.
Yeah.
But one of the big things too is I think the lure for a lot of these is prizes, of course. So if you join the program as an adult and you read books and record them, you're entered to win gift cards as well.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Gift cards are good currency, right?
Yeah,
It's good
absolutely.
good financial literacy.
Incentive.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if you will
Motivate them
agree
to-
with this, Matt, but
Yeah.
I wanted my kids to read your last book, the book that Patty had done, and I think I either put a $50 bill in it or a $100 bill. So will you read this, and you can have. I think I ripped it in half, or I did something. I did something so that they wouldn't take the money, right? I
Yeah.
forget what it was, and they did. My daughter was like a day later, "All right, Dad, I'm done," and so I started asking questions.
Yeah.
And she knew all those principles. Sometimes
Nice.
it's just getting some incentive to get your children to whatever that incentive
The
is, right?
motivation,
Yeah.
And you're going to take them to Magic Mountain next month anyways. Why don't you say if you read 3 books, you could bring a friend?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's really the crux of what we face as librarians is to encourage that reading.
Yeah.
We all know it's a great thing, but it's really difficult to get teens and adults and even children to read sometime.
So let's
anything we
highlight
do.
the few libraries out here. There's one in Main Street and Alliance Avenue.
Yep, and that's the new
New
hall.
hall.
We've got Valencia on Magic Mountain Parkway.
Now, is that
and-
the one where the sheriff's station is?
Yes,
Is that still
it's
there?
right in the same parking
That was the
lot.
one that when I was growing up as a kid, we'd go to.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we've also got Canyon Country, which is on. Oh, I'm gonna mess this up. Shangri-La and Boutique Canyon.
We should be helping them, huh?
Bouquet?
Since
Bouquet.
Bouquet Canyon.
Bouquet Canyon.
Yeah, Bouquet Canyon.
Yep. So those are the 3. I know there's been talks looking at the city's been looking at some additional sites as well.
Yeah, love that. Thanks for coming in.
No problem.
Yeah,
Thanks
no
for having me.
problem.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Hortt from the city of Santa Clarita as a librarian, the head librarian,
Head librarian. Yeah.
the master.
I guess.
He's the man.
Welcome to the city, and
Well,
Patty
thank you.
Handy.
Yeah,
and
thank you
Money
for coming.
Rules 101.
Great.
Well, if you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight, I'm your host, Fred Arnold, on KHTS.